Welcome to Full Court Sundays. I'm happy to be back. I was missing for a minute. I was forever. I just currently got back from Vegas, not even an hour ago, but I'm really happy to be back. Was out there having a good time, and today is a special day because these are my brothers here. And I mean my real brothers, because both of these guys really taught me a lot about basketball and tuned me up to be the player and person I was and am today. First of all, give it up for my boy Keith K. Nice Taylor. Oh yeah. And I got who I call the best shooter besides Terry Durod I ever seen. Leslie Shoot 'em Out Rockymore. Give it up for Rock. Welcome, fellas.
Welcome.
What's happening, Keith?
Yeah, nothing, man. Glad to be here.
Glad to be here.
With my brothers.
Okay, good. Well, we gonna talk. We got a lot to talk about. We gonna go all the way back. We gonna start with you, Keith, and how you got to Southwestern with the great Perry Watson. I know you was at Murray, then you went to Western. And I ain't gonna say what else, but go ahead and give us the story.
Well, okay. Well, let's start it off with I was at Western High School, and Coach Goldsmith didn't really want to give me the opportunity, because I was pretty talented and I wanted to try out for varsity as a freshman.
Right.
I was denied the opportunity, so I ended up leaving, going to Henry Ford, which was
you went to Henry Ford,
right? Which was
Stan Allen,
which was Goldsmith boy, Stan Allen. So
right.
Goldsmith found out I was over there.
Wow.
So he blackballed me.
Right.
And Stan Allen basically told me to pack my bags.
What?
Yes, sir.
Told you he didn't want you at his school.
Told me he had no room for guys with attitude like myself.
Okay. Wow.
He didn't even know me.
Devastating.
So I leave Henry Ford after catching 3 buses to get to school every day. At the bus stop at 5 o'clock in the morning, catching 3 buses from the west side. Never late. I leave, go back to Western, because Goldsmith tell Sylvester Wilcox, who was my boy, tell him to come back, I give him a chance.
Right.
So me being kind of a bad guy, a little bit, not too bad, I got suspended from Western.
Right.
I did all these schools still in the 9th grade.
Wow.
So I leave there, and I go to Northwestern.
What?
Yes, sir.
4 schools?
4 schools.
Wow.
Play.
What'd you think about that, Rock? 4 schools?
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. Okay.
So I
do 3.
I played varsity summer league with Northwestern the whole year. I'm on varsity all summer.
Right.
First day of school, gang M&Ms, they jumped me. Mistaken identity.
Yeah.
This is how I end up at Southwestern.
Right.
My mom wouldn't let me go back there. Yeah. And I had a partner named James Cannon who was already at Southwestern.
Yeah.
So he told me to come over there, and that's how my journey began at Southwestern, which was my first year was Perry Watson's first year, and he gave me a chance.
Yeah, Coach Watson. Give it up for Coach Watson. We love him. Yeah. You said getting jumped on by the M&Ms. Gangs were bad when we were young.
Real prevalent.
Very prevalent. I think more back then than now, because you can go in certain neighborhoods, you get crushed, man.
Absolutely.
You put on the races, boy. You getting out of there, But how was your experience after going through that big transition, 4 schools, and then meeting Perry Watson at Southwestern?
Well, it was a beautiful thing, because when the first day at Southwestern, I was a little 5'7", little skinny kid, and I came to Coach Watson, who James Cannon introduced me to. I said, "Hey, Coach, my name Keith Taylor. I'm a sophomore. I just transferred from Northwestern, but I think I'm good enough to be on varsity. I want to try out for varsity. If I ain't, You can always put me on JV. I'm only sophomore. So I didn't get to Southwestern until mid-November. Because from the first day of school, my sophomore year, to November, I didn't go to school. Because the region wouldn't let me transfer. So you done been to too many schools already. You don't even number the 10th grade.
All right, you can't transfer no more.
So as soon as I told Coach Watson that, he looked at me with this little smirky smile like, yeah, okay, little guy, come on to the gym 7th hour. We see what you can do. So they pretty much had their team, but he started letting me practice. He put me on the scout team to go against their press. They was working on their press.
Right.
So I was dribbling through their press. They couldn't take it from me. By the third day, Coach Watson said, look, it was 2 spots between you 3. Now it's 1 because I'm keeping this sophomore on varsity.
That's how Coach is. He was doing it. Yeah, they had some good players. Wayne Boswell and Isidore and
Kurt Moore.
Curtis, the great Kurt Moore.
Magic.
I got to get Kurt in here, man, till we got it. He my next guy. And then you happen to meet the guy on the side of you.
Yes, sir.
Leslie Rockymore, when you came to Southwestern. And tell me about that. I mean, your guy's sophomore year.
Well, our sophomore year, we played, we wasn't getting major time, but we played. But the one thing Coach said, and God bless my boy Charlie, rest in peace, he said, we didn't know about you yet. Rock knew you, but you wasn't in high school yet. And he was like, y'all going to win me a championship before y'all leave. Then we played. Then the next year you came, and it was we had our squad after that.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Rock, tell us, I know you had some stuff going on your freshman year at Southwestern. Tell us about your freshman year.
Well, my freshman year, coming from Boynton and
being a superstar, the killer.
Yeah, we established ourselves, you and a couple of other guys. And when I got there at Southwestern, our varsity team was not that good at all. I just wasn't accustomed to losing.
Right. And having a losing attitude, some of them guys.
Yeah, so when it came down to Mr. Leonard, Fashawn Leonard's father, was a JV coach. Mm-hmm. And he recognized my talents and had me starting on JV. And we used to go against varsity all the time, and we put it on them.
I know y'all did. I know y'all
put it on them. And Charlie, Stretch, Willis Carter, Clayton Smith, Scott Boswell. We had a bunch of guys that can play.
Yeah.
Recognizing that, and I said to myself, Stretch was getting, he transferred.
Right.
And I almost left.
Where were you going, to Equus? Because they had a powerhouse over there.
Actually, Mr. Getty wanted me to come over to Murray Wright.
Oh, my goodness. I'm glad you didn't go over there.
I know that's right.
And Charlie was thinking about it as well. But then that next year, that's when I met Coach Ted Watson. And he came to me, and I remember it to this day. And he came to me, he said, you Leslie Rockymore? I said, yeah. He said, I heard, that you were thinking about transferring. I said, yeah, it's up in the air. And then he said, I don't want you to transfer. He said, I'm going to be the coach over there at Southwestern. And, he just had a look in his eye, that, had me believing in him instantly. I hadn't had many other than Daryl Bridges that, had confidence in me.
Right.
So when I seen that, that's why I ended up staying.
Oh, yeah. That's fantastic. Hey, give it up for Daryl Bridges. Our boy. Undefeated 3 years. Yes, and coached me in rock. What a great talent, Mr. Bridges. We love you, man. And y'all's sophomore year, the playing, I remember coming to a couple games, I think I came to Willow Run and one more game. And like you said, it was something that was missing off of that team, your guys' sophomore year. It wasn't no unity. To me, it seemed like the fight of everybody wasn't there together, A lot of different guys going this way, pulling this way, everybody not pulling in the same direction. What do you guys think?
Well, I have to agree with you because I came in late November being an outsider, not from Southwest Detroit, not from Delray.
Right.
And the seniors, they didn't really like me.
Right.
Because here I am, a new guy. I'm getting some of their boys cut off the team.
Exactly.
And they don't know me, but Coach playing me a lot.
Right.
And they actually threatened to jump me, and because they was mad, And I'm like, shit, I took a butt whooping at Northwestern by 20 guys. I ain't taking no more.
Right.
So Charlie told Coach. Coach called a meeting, and he made a statement. He said, listen, any of you seniors trying to intimidate my young fellas, this is your last game you'll play at Southwestern. So I'm telling y'all now, if y'all get into it with any of my young players, you're off the team. So he squashed it, but they still had a lot of animosity because plus they had a losing culture before
you guys
me
got
and
there.
Rock got there.
Right.
They had a losing culture.
Exactly. They were good players, but like I said, something was missing.
But let me add, Perry did a great job that year because we only missed the playoffs by one game, and they hadn't won 3 or 4 games in the 2 years before Perry came.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, they had, with that squad there, it was a lot of individuality, that carried on, how many points I'm, averaging, scoring.
Right.
There was no team unity.
Team unity, right.
Right. And it was difficult for Coach.
Right.
Yeah. But he made it, him and Coach Sutton, they made it happen.
Yeah.
But, through the grace of God that, you had good young players.